Welcome, it's Denome. This video is basically going to be a warning for what's about to happen in the crypto space. This video is not fun to make because first off, I was wrong. I thought the price of 25k would actually hold, but we went below it and we're currently hovering right below the support line here, which is not optimal. And then just in the last 24 hours, I saw a couple of major news that have made me a little bit more bearish than I would like to be. And one of them considers a cascading liquidation crisis on DeFi. The other one is there may be a major bankruptcy coming in a stablecoin company with $2 billion of stablecoins. So these two things may happen or may not happen. But because if just one of these happens, I don't think this bottom price line will actually hold. So for that reason, I have actually taken some losses on altcoins, and I have even taken some liquidity out of Bitcoin into stablecoins, just in case there is a cascading liquidation crisis. And maybe you're watching this video like, oh yes, great, Denome is bearish. Now it's time for me to buy because that fucker knows nothing. So if you make that decision as well, that's great as well. Do whatever you want with your assets. I'm just here showing you what I noticed, what I saw. So let's actually take a look at what's the big news here. The first big news has to do with Curve. And Curve is a major DeFi protocol. They have a token called CRV. And right now, $131 million worth of CRV is at a risk of liquidation if the price of CRV just drops by 35%. The good news here is that they may be able to defend this price, and they may be able to push the liquidation price lower. So they may be able to do that. But as of now, this news just came out 3 hours ago. The Curve founder has borrowed $110 million in stablecoins against all of his CRV tokens. And that's a problem. And also, there's a proposal on Aave to freeze CRV assets on Aave version 2 to limit further risk of exposure and mitigate potential damages to the market liquidity concerns. And again, the problem here is that the current buy-side liquidity of ETH and stablecoins is only $51 million. Just 42% of the liquidable amount on Aave and Fraxlend combined. So there's not enough liquidity to actually fulfill the liquidation. And if there's a liquidation and it sucks out all of the liquidity and it's still not gonna be enough, that's gonna be a problem for DeFi. Because that basically, first of all, it means that the price of CRV token just completely falls off the cliff. We're talking about 80%, 90% drop. And then it will probably bounce like 100, 200% back up after the fear is taken out and after the liquidation is somehow fulfilled or something happens. But basically, for a brief period of time, if this liquidation does happen, there's going to be a massive suck of all liquidity, and that will create volatility on the market as well immediately. And that's not the only problem here. Curve, like I said, is a major protocol on DeFi, and currently they have $3.8 billion of value locked in the protocol. So there might be a small problem here, because what do you think people will do when they see the price of CRV just completely fall off a cliff? Do you think they will trust the platform? They saw the founder just got liquidated on all of his CRV tokens. So if the founder got liquidated and the price is completely fallen off a cliff, do you think people might want to unstake their assets from Curve? Or at least some of the assets from Curve? And if this liquidity starts to panic, it's probably going to affect the prices of all the assets across the board, because this liquidity is going to find some way to de-risk itself. So this may not happen. Like I said, maybe they will be able to protect this price, and this is reported by an Apes Prologue, a user on Twitter, so he could be wrong as well. So you may want to look into this yourself as well. But for me, when I was looking at this, it seemed viable, and these kind of liquidity crises or cascading liquidation situations have happened before as well. I thought the people would be smarter now and they would not over leverage and get into these situations. But heck, here we are again. And previously, when it has happened, every single time it's been a crisis. So take that as well. So there's this situation with CRV, with AVE, with DeFi, and DeFi could get wrecked. I don't mean if it gets wrecked that DeFi is dead, crypto is dead. It's not gonna be like that. But there may be major panic, major cascading liquidations, selling, craziness, all kinds of things. This is one event, but that's not the only event. The other event is with the stablecoin issuer, and that's something called Prime Trust. So Prime Trust issues a stablecoin called TrueUSD, and TrueUSD has actually stopped redemptions, and that has called their sub company called Unit Trust Bank. Bank. the bank, Unit Bank or bank, I don't know what it's called, has filed for bankruptcy because of the issue with the redemptions. So that company had 17.7 million in assets, 5 million in liabilities, and they have filed for bankruptcy. And this situation has actually been going for a while now. So TrueUSD has actually stopped minting TrueUSD on June 10th. And if we take a look at the market cap of TrueUSD, you can see the market cap of TrueUSD is $2 billion. And if we take a look at this chart, you don't have to be an expert to notice that the ending of the chart does not look natural. This has flatlined basically since March of 2023. And this pump here is also a little bit weird. So we don't know actually what's going on here. What we do know is they actually laid off 3,000 people on January. And there's rumors that Prime Trust could be insolvent. So this could be another situation with similar like the FTX collapse as well. And as of now, if we take a look at their announcements from June 10, TUSD mints via Prime Trust are paused for further notification, but then they say TrueUSD minting and redemption services remain unaffected and will continue to operate as usual. So are you doing it or are you not doing it? Or what are you saying? And some people are already taking action on this since June 10th. And some people are saying they have issues with the redemption. Some people are saying they are fine. Some people are saying they allow redemptions up to $100,000 per day, or limiting the redemptions. And if we take a look at their Twitter here, they had a situation, or they're using TUSD on Binance. Of course, they are now. Yeah, of course, they are teaming up with Binance, of course. Oh my god, the situation with Binance is not exactly ideal, and now they are commingled together. But anyway, there's basically no update here except from June 13. We, the TUSD team, are diligently working towards resuming TUSD minting on Prime Trust. So at least as of June 13th, they're not able to mint more TUSD. And some people here are saying like, okay, who cares about minting? I care about redeeming, not minting. So yeah, this could be a major problem with TrueUSD as well. So now at the same time, not only do we have a $3.8 billion problem, we have a $2 billion problem here as well. And both of these things are kind of brewing at the same time. And again, if just one of these events happen, I think it will cause the other event to happen as well. And then we are like probably gonna be back to zero as well, or back to 15K or whatever. So for these things, I have taken some losses on altcoins. I have protected my capital. And one more thing I just want to show you on the CRV-USD chart is that this is the current liquidation price here. It's below the market bottom from November 2022, but still it's only 35% drop here. And as you can see, there's a lot of people already selling here. So if that momentum continues, that's not going to be great. So hopefully they can protect the price, or they can protect the protect against the liquidations. And maybe what I'm showing you here does not happen. Maybe Prime Trust will continue the operations as normal. It's not great that one of their sub-companies already filed for bankruptcy. So it seems like it's escalating at the moment, not easing up. So take these things as you want. I just want to warn you that there may be cascading liquidation problem on DeFi, as well as a problem with this stablecoin issuer here. I have taken action. You may want to, or you may want to buy more if you feel like that's the correct. Actually, one more thing I do want to show you, if you're still watching, is the S&P 500. You know the S&P 500 has been pumping a lot here, and I think it's time for a pullback here as well. It did go above the previous high here, so that's pretty good, but it just seems quite overextended and hasn't had a pullback for a while. So if S&P 500 goes down, sometimes Bitcoin goes down with it as well. So there's this situation here as well going on. Anyway, that's basically all the information I have for now. You may want to look below this video for a comment. I may post an update on the situation under there. I will probably post an update video as time passes and maybe dust settles or things escalate or de-escalate. I will make an update video, or if you follow me on Telegram, I will make updates there as well, or on Twitter as well. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. Consider subscribing, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers.